No doubt by now you're thoroughly sick of hearing about last night's debate. Yes, it was chaotic, poorly managed, and in the end, I would say largely pointless. We learned nothing new, and most people couldn't cast a vote thanks to technical issues with Nine's QR codes. But there was one little positive. It seems all the ridicule of woke madness has had an impact, with both the PM and Anthony Albanese refusing to play PC games when asked this question.
How do you define a woman, Mr Albanese?
An adult female.
An adult female?
Yeah.
Mr Morrison?
Yes, I'm adult, a member of the female sex.
Remember, it was only a few weeks ago when the country's top health bureaucrat, a professor of medicine, was unable to answer that question. A host of other highly paid bureaucrats also failed to answer that question, all of them too scared of offending the activist class. But while we can celebrate that tiny victory for common sense, today the Nine Papers report 5 volunteer counsellors at Australia's largest breastfeeding support group have left their roles after colleagues complained about social media posts that allegedly included the repeated use of the word mother. Well, I don't know. I mean, you think words like mother and breastfeeding would be used fairly regularly by those advising mothers on how to breastfeed. But apparently that is not sufficiently inclusive for the ABA. While their new language policy does not eradicate the use of words like mother, it does include desexed language such as chest feeding. What started with the use of so-called inclusive language has escalated to the point where counsellors have been accused of discrimination for not supporting all parents, including men who want to breastfeed. I'll be speaking to a woman who was a volunteer counsellor with the Australian Breastfeeding Association for 15 years before she was accused of hate speech for saying that only women breastfeed.